Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. Today it's the Sunday 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time team. So if you want to follow this team, you go to our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy, click on the playlist, and you'll see 5 p.m. on Sundays, and you can go back about a year. If you want to see more, just go to the main menu, and you can go back and see 5 p.m. shows going back probably close to 3 years now. We have over 350 TV shows we've made over the last 3 years doing our virtual improv, both short and long form. I'm Ken Scove, the owner and founder of the LA Connection, and we're out here in Burbank if you want to see us live. But let's see who's playing today. Let's introduce our cast, starting with Andrew.
Hey guys, I'll try to unmute myself next time.
Brian.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight.
Jessica.
Hello. It's usually me who doesn't unmute, so I'm glad it's you today, Andrew.
Alex.
Hello, everybody. As always, thank you for watching.
Eli.
Hello, thanks for tuning in.
James.
Welcome to the party.
Vita.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Andrea.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for watching.
Amelia.
Hi, folks. Prepare to get schooled.
And the first time show for him is Ayush.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'm going to put you all in our green room now as I explain to the audience at home exactly what we're doing. So each cast has been playing a lot of long-form games, the two casts, the Tuesday and Sunday. And one of the games we're playing today is the College University. And, well, what's happened is the teachers are on strike. We took our Easter break, and right before the Easter break, the teachers decided to go on strike on their last day. And so we were hoping over the 2 weeks we could negotiate with their union rep and some of the teachers' unions to be able to get them back to work. Well, we were unable to do that. So class starts tomorrow, Tuesday. We're back on a Monday. Today, I'm Dean Kent, and I have to interview some teachers to do some sub work. I have 4 coming in. I've hired a lot of other ones already, but these are the last 4 I'm looking at. And we also have a couple student reps I'll be talking to find out what's going on with the vibe of the college and how the students are feeling to be taught by subs. Do they miss the regular teachers? You know, where do they stand on the strike? We do have their union rep as well I'll be talking to, along with the striking teachers, to try and resolve this issue. So you're going to be watching this over a couple days, ending in a town hall where we'll make a decision as to, are we going to keep the striking teachers? Are we going to keep the sub teachers on? And are we going to be able to move forward as a happy college university? So I'm going to start interviewing the teachers right now. The sub teacher, this is Andrew, who wants to be an earth science teacher. So let's get Andrew in here right now. Hello, Andrew. I saw your resume here. It's quite good. So tell me a little bit about what you want to teach in earth science.
Yeah, so in Earth science, I basically want to focus on the shape of the Earth. We've all been indoctrinated a little bit in how the Earth was formed, how it works, how gravity works, all that fun stuff. So I'm hoping to teach the students a little bit more about that.
When you say we've been misinformed, what do you mean by that?
Since elementary school, people have been learning from their teachers who they're much older than them, you know, respect your elders, that the Earth is a globe. And this simply doesn't make sense with what we see around us. I mean, you're looking towards New York City, all you see is a point off in the distance. Now, if we had eagle eyes, if you could see farther, you would be able to see New York City just as you can see across a flat lake. So my purpose is to quit the indoctrination of these students, let them see the light.
What is the light?
So the light actually comes from the sun. It's about 2,300 miles away, and it
2,300
just
miles?
orbits. Yeah,
The sun's
2,300.
the sun's that close?
Yes, yes, it is. It's like a spotlight. You have to understand.
Uh-huh.
It's 2,300 miles away, and it orbits, or rather rotates around us like, disk in the sky.
Okay.
And we get our light from that. We get our night from that.
How do you
All
get,
of
wait a minute, how do you get night from the sun?
So when the sun is above us,
Right.
we get the light. When the sun is not above us,
I see.
say it's over Australia in quotes,
Uh-huh.
we are in darkness.
Okay.
So since the sun is not shining on us, what is shining on us? The moon. The moon actually creates a dark light, and that is what is shining on us during nighttime.
Wow. Okay. Listen, I'm desperate, so I'm gonna hire you. A lot of the stuff you said doesn't make any sense, but um, you know, we don't know how long we're gonna need you, so it's okay. I'm gonna give you $2,000 a week. You're gonna get a parking spot,
Okay.
and you'll have access to the teacher's lounge, of course, where there's snacks and waters and food. We'll give you your full supplies. Are you asking me to remove the globes in the room?
No. I would like students to be able to see the objects of indoctrination that has been all around us, and then we can remove that through a smashing of the globe. So it'll be really fun.
Okay. Well, listen, your room's number 101. I'm going to write you down right now. Go ahead and go out to my secretary and get a key and go set the room up because
All
tomorrow
right.
we'll be sending you some students, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Andrew. 2,300 miles. Okay, Eli, who wants to be our health and fitness teacher. Eli, what's your curriculum going to be for health and fitness?
Now, Dean Kent, it is.
Mhm.
I think it's important that students not just learn how to take care of their bodies when it comes to things like running and lifting weights, but how to take care of their bodies when they're out there in the real world where things eat you, where things poison you. Health and fitness, it's more like how would I'd phrase it more health and survival. That's sort of my curriculum.
Okay, so you're gonna teach the students that people eat each other, or bears eat us, or wild animals, or
It's the animals. It's the bears.
I
It's
see.
there are humanoids that will eat you out there, but I don't consider them people.
Okay, so you're not going to be
Um,
teaching like cannibalism. I just want to make sure that's not going to
oh,
be part of
no,
your.
no,
Okay.
no, absolutely not. I'm going to teach them how to survive off of things that they can hunt that aren't people. Of course not. But mushrooms, nuts. You can find a lot of nuts out there.
Are these magic mushrooms or just regular mushrooms?
Well, you can differentiate them. That's what's one part of my curriculum. It's Unit 3, hallucinogenics versus fuel.
Okay, so you're going to teach a lot of Ken Kesey?
Well, maybe there's a lot of wiggle room, especially because I come from a different environment than the one around here. So I'll have to kind of learn as I go what does and doesn't work from where I originally come from. So
Okay, well, just so you know, you can't be giving them psychedelics on campus. Now, if you have an extracurricular field trip, and I don't know about it, and you're off campus and supervised,
okay.
then I'm
So
okay with that.
now this ain't like elementary school. I had to go through the whole parent thing. I can just take students on a field trip. They don't need to get their parents to sign any kind
No.
of disclosures or
No, unless
stuff like that.
they're not 18. But most everybody
Okay.
here on the campus, there's a few minors still here because they're geniuses. But in general, they're over 18. And if they are younger, you just have to get the parent's signature. So basically, you're teaching like kind of like living off the grid.
Yeah, exactly. Off the grid. That's a good way to put it.
What about survival in the city? Are you going to ever deal with that or no?
I don't really believe you can survive in a city. I think people need space. People need to go out there. They need to hunt. They need to capture things, and they need to have a purpose that's beyond living in a city. I think I'll skip that section.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you room 201, but I'm also going to give you the abandoned field behind the gym. So if you want to do some survival techniques out there, there's rattlesnakes out there because we have not cleaned that, or it's overgrown lawns, brush. Sometimes there could be people living out there. I don't know. We own the property, but we don't. We were planning to put an arts building in there, but we didn't get the funding, so it's just an empty piece of land now. So you can use that for your survival techniques if you'd like.
I got two questions real quick for you, Dean. One, can I set up some of my own equipment? I might set up some targets, some bow and shooting targets. And then the other thing is, when you say people, do you mean people as in like us, or people as in like hairy, 7 to 8 feet tall, smell really bad?
Well, I think I'm talking more about people who are homeless.
Oh, okay. So not like humanoid creatures that like to hide behind trees and lure you into the forest.
Well, I don't think they're going to be there. No, I don't think we're going to have a lot of people trying to lure people into a forest, because it's really not a forest right there. Okay, it's a field. Okay. All right, I'm going to start you $600 a week. I mean, $2,000. I'm $600 with the other teachers. $2,000 a week. I'm going to give you a parking space. I'm giving you that abandoned field. Yes, you can set stuff up. Just don't kill anybody out there. Don't shoot directly into a homeless encampment or anything. And you can use the teacher's lounge. And you're going to get room 201 in the field, okay?
All right. Thank you, Dean.
Thank you. Go get your key from my secretary. Class starts tomorrow. Okay, Jessica, she wants to be our English teacher specifically about reading. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Wow,
Hi.
you're a friendly little person. So now let me ask you this: what specifically? Because I know it's English, but you want to kind of focus on reading. I know a lot of the kids lost a lot of reading skills during the time they weren't in school, when they shut down all the schools. So we have some people have like a third grade reading education, even though they're in our college.
Exactly. This is a big, big problem. I feel like, literature, just the word is like a bit intimidating to today's college student. So instead of calling it English literature, I'm just calling it English reading. And also, Shakespeare and James Joyce and all of these people, like, why does anybody need to read that? What we need is practical skills for our kids. Okay. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm thinking about like just regular reading, like classic lays, things like that.
So you're going to teach them how to read product placement?
I mean, pamphlets and cereal boxes and stop signs and things like that.
Mm-hmm. So I guess it's not bad that you're teaching them the nutrition if they can read the nutrition table on the side of a cereal box.
They need to know how much sugar is in everything. Like it's everywhere.
Was that a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion?
Oh, it's a really good thing. I love sugar.
So you're going to teach them the more sugar, the better?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how much Starbursts have, like 1 million grams of sugar. They're the best.
All right, well now, you can't be giving out actual real food in the classroom unless you get it approved, but you can have them reading the packages. I'm okay with you bringing in packages of all sorts of type.
But I can eat it, right?
Yeah, you can eat it. You just can't give it to the kids because what happens if one of them gets sick, or you give somebody and they have an allergy and they didn't tell you and then we get sued?
Yeah, I hate sharing anyway, so that's good.
You don't like to share with people?
No, I really don't.
Okay. I mean, are you married?
Yeah.
Do you share with your husband?
No, never. It's okay. He's cool with it.
Well, I don't want to cross over the line. It's not my place to ask you about your personal life. But let me ask you this, though. Okay, so the kids are coming in. It's their first day. What specifically are you going to work on?
Well, I mean, we're going to start with first of all, words. We're just going to start at words. Like, what are they? What do they look like? What do they sound like? And then later on, maybe like, I don't know, a couple weeks later, we'll do like, these kids are probably really smart. We might be able to get onto like, what do they mean right away?
What do they mean? You mean the meaning of the word?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think at this level they'd know what the meaning of a word is?
You have no idea what happened during COVID.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'm going to give you $600 a bonus. Don't tell the other teachers I didn't give them that. And then I'm going to give you, because you really seem to be an intellectual, I'm going to give you $2,000 a week. You're going to get a free parking place in the parking lot, and you're going to be in room 301.
Oh,
you can set that up. I am going to get some basic books like Spot, See Jane, Jane sees Spot, Spot sits down,
I don't
Spot
know
eats.
that we'll get there, but yeah, let's try.
Yeah, well, there's some people that might need that kind of reading. So, do a lot of picture books.
Picture books are great.
Yeah,
Love pictures.
Yeah.
Pictures are the new words, really.
Well, thank you. Okay. You can go and go to the teachers lounge if you want anytime too, and go to 301 and set your classroom up for tomorrow.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ayush is the final one we're interviewing. Ayush.
Hey there, Bud. How you doing?
No, you can call me Dean Kent. I'm not Bud, okay? You need to refer to people properly.
No problem, pal.
Okay, Ayush. So what's your art background?
Well, I've been drawing since kindergarten, and yeah, I've always liked it. I always have pencils with me. Usually not now, but I usually have pencils with me. So I draw when I can. I specialize personally in plastic-based sculpting, but yeah, I do all sorts of stuff.
Is that a picture that you do on your wall right there? Did you do that? That little picture there?
Oh, this one here?
Yeah. Did you do that?
Well, actually, no, that was a friend of mine, but I taught them everything they know, so it's good.
What is that?
Well, it's really up to interpretation, sort of like a roar stash. What do you see?
I don't see anything. I see nothing. I see just a bunch of scratch marks, maybe with a pear in the middle of it. I really don't know what that is. Is that a man in a scooter, like a car, with a big stomach? I don't know.
You got it. You got it.
What it is.
Right
okay.
on.
The front's a wheel, and it's kind of like on a motorcycle.
No, I do see it now.
You see. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're basically into they can just do anything they want with pencils?
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, they can draw anything they want with pencils. Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Oh my. Okay. Anything with pencils. Okay, we're gonna have to go back to him, I guess, because he can't hear me. Oh, that's so sad. Maybe he'll come back in a second. I don't know what he was talking about. The whole drawing thing. Here he is. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So I just was saying, are you going to be doing everything with pencil art?
No. Like I said, I specialize in a specific plastic sculpting situation.
Okay. Are these recycled plastics, or are we going to have to get you some plastic?
Well, no, I do have my own. It's specifically, I don't know if you've heard of Legos, but I use a lot of Legos in my sculpting.
So you're just basically going to make Lego things.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me. I mean, that's, Legos are good. Everybody likes Legos. They have Legoland. Maybe you can give them the history of Legos and Legoland. And, most of these kids, their brains have not fully developed anyway. They're not fully adults yet. So they'll probably enjoy Legos. I'm going to give you $2,000 a week. I'm going to give you a parking spot. We're going to actually, if you could, though, we're going to give you a car made of Legos.
I got my own. Thank you very much.
Do you have your own Lego car? Okay. All right.
I do.
You're going to be in room 401. You can go see my secretary and get a key, and you can have access to the teacher's lounge, okay?
All right. I'll see you around.
Thank you, Ayush. Okay, wow. Well, I've got 4 teachers. That fills out my entire staff now, thank God. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sneak out to the front of the campus and see if I can listen into what these 3 striking teachers and the union boss, Amelia, are talking about. I can go behind the tree. Go ahead, let's go out there. See what they're talking about.
Oh, thank God we're finally with a union rep.
Well, of course. There can only be so much frustration in this world.
Long overdue.
Whoa.
Long overdue. Now, before we go out in front of the public, I'm going to need your help. Tell me exactly what you want from the people. Yes, Andrea.
I want all unhealthy snacks banned. I think that's urgent. I think that's very important. So no more, sandwiches, cakes, high fat products.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so they should be replaced with yogurts, fruits, vegetables, ideally locally grown. Especially, the carbonate calcium of chalks, for the blackboards. That really, drives me crazy.
Of course. I mean, these students are already stupid enough as it is. We don't need them fat as well. So, anyone else for something?
Well, I'll go next.
No. It's okay.
Me personally, I'm, was the former head of the art department. And, this job really kind of just works for me. Have my summers off. I can travel, things are just great. But since my, would call him my partner in crime, he was once a teacher here as well in, the health department, teaching some, certain skills, has since been arrested. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm looking for, I would love for him to get his job back as well, but money in our department, because you see me and him took my students on a trip. We were in London, actually.
Oh, I remember.
And, it was, the rumor had it that we were in the London Museum of Art after closing and just so happened to have some paintings on hand. It was all a misunderstanding. We got arrested. I had to pay out of my own pocket for the bail. And I think that's just ridiculous. So, department funding.
I suppose, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, no one is cultured anymore, Now, they're all stupid imbeciles.
Thank you.
Imbeciles.
History of art. How will they learn?
Exactly. James?
Yes, I think also a real piece of the heart of the issue here is that we as teachers are being told by the school board that we are no longer allowed to be sent monetary gifts from the students in exchange for giving them a better grade. And this is part of why a lot of our personal funding is not happening. And we should not be pay shamed. Pay shaming is a terrible epidemic that's been happening in this country.
Tell me all about it.
I adamantly was told the school board that stop pay shaming us as teachers, but no, they want to come in with rules and regulations against it. I mean, come on.
Oh, what amazing. All great causes. Mine personally, these children are far too stupid to be attending this institution. I think, for one, we should replace all the stupid children. We should clone them. Yeah. Maybe you in the genealogy department can help figure that out.
Well,
you and scientists
it's interesting you bring that up. We could
clone
wish
them.
for it.
That would be fantastic.
Clone them, make them smarter, and send the smarter clones to school because they're far too stupid.
I've had a pretty good relationship with students on campus. I've been voted coolest teacher 3 times in a row. So as long as I can keep that relationship with whoever you bring onto campus.
But see, the smartest students would understand the art, the culture that comes with art. You know what I mean? Like they'll
I
connect
mean,
to you better.
culture's cool. Culture's cool.
I think that it's a misconception, though, that genealogy is not necessarily the study of microbiology, genetics, and data analysis. It's much more the study of genies.
Exactly. So we wish from your genie.
We need to show these kids that the best way to deal with your problems is just wishing for more stuff.
Well,
That's a good point. That's a good point. I wanted to see the magnitude of this protest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
I mean,
like
we're embodying it.
Yeah.
We're making the demands. We're saying that this is how it's going to be, and the world better bend to our will, or
I mean, because at this point, the world is going to be full, absolutely full of morons and imbeciles alike. And what are we going to do? What
you can't
will
let
we
that
do?
happen. You can't.
Especially as an English teacher, hearing that my replacement is teaching them their ABCs. Like, my goodness.
Yeah.
There's got to be a level of
my
discipline.
department, no one was really needing to worry about that. You know, they were really focusing on their art degrees, but also like physical education. So they were taking karate, rock climbing, criminology even was thrown in there. So we had some high tech stuff, but you know,
did they already
can be used in the field, but
it's just, I worry for these children sometimes. There's just nothing up there. It's sawdust up there. Like, I'm concerned. That's my main.
We're gonna replace
issue.
Snacks and kids.
The snacks, the
Those are
children,
the main 2 points.
and the money. We're going to replace the money, the snacks, and the
money
children.
is a big one.
Money.
Department funding.
Money first.
Department.
Exactly. So those are our needs.
I've seen enough of these people. I'm going back in to interview the students. Wow. Some of their demands are crazy. Let me get one of the students. How about Brian? Brian, come on into my office. Hi, Brian. Brian, I know that you're one of our longest. Can you put that down for a second, Brian? Just kind of focus with me. Thanks. I know you have a hard time focusing because of the ADHD. And I know that, you've flunked a lot of courses here, Brian. You're getting about 3. Brian, stay with me. Okay, you got about 3 units per semester. You need about 12 to 16 to graduate in 4 years. It's been like 6 years, and you still are only like halfway through. I mean, it's going to take you like 12 years to get out of here.
Haven't you ever heard that story? The what's that one? The one with the
turtle.
That one. The one, turtle and
rabbit.
The hedgehog or whatever it is.
No, the hedgehog's just as slow. The rabbit.
Yeah.
The hare, to be exact. Okay.
Yeah, the slow. The turtle wins the whole thing because he's a slow ass.
Okay. You switched your major like 8 times. So what are you going to major? What are you majoring in this semester?
The creative writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You failed English, so are you sure you're going to be good enough to writing?
Fine, I'll switch it to PE.
No. You can be. I'm not telling you. I'm just trying to give you some guidance here. Okay.
All right, I'll do PE. That sounds good. I can shoot a basketball.
Okay. What is it that you're reading? Because I would just be curious how big the words are in that book that you're reading.
You can see it. That's how big the words are.
Comics. You're reading a comic book? It's a comic thing.
Yeah. I got to order my books, so it's you look at everything and then you put how many you want and you take it into your comic shop. And
you were ordering your books last time in chemistry and you didn't listen to anything, and then your experiment blew up and we had a fire in the science lab.
My fault? How?
Yeah, it was your fault.
How? I don't get it.
If you didn't have some really wealthy parents who were donating a lot of money, I would probably have kicked you out a long time ago. But they are looking to help build that art wing I want, in the field over there. And so I'm working on that. Okay.
You're welcome.
Just had a little
I might be able to persuade them a little bit. Who knows?
Okay. One other thing that came up that I think I should mention to you because it's going to get back to you at some point. Okay. That's the superintendent calling me. I don't want to talk to him. Okay. So Brian, here's the deal. Vita's younger sister, the freshman, Vita's a junior, I know you've been dating Vita for a couple of years. I know it's been off and on, but more on than off.
Yeah.
Her sister went to the nurse and said that she was pregnant. And the nurse, of course, had to say, you know, do you know who the father is? And she said it was you, Brian. So this is going to get back. I'm going to have to talk to Vita about this. That you
Oh
got
man,
Vita's...
she sucks, dude. She sucks. That's awful.
So you're saying that you didn't get her pregnant?
No. I'm with Vita. Why would I do that?
No, not Vita. Vita's sister. Her
yeah, I know.
sister.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm with her sister, why would I do that?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Why would you do that?
I didn't. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we're probably going to have to get a DNA thing. Sample.
What are you going to put me on?
No, I just think that we have to decide: is she going to keep the baby? Are you and Vita want to keep the baby and raise it for her? Are you gonna give the baby away for adoption? Are you going to abort the baby? I mean, we have to figure out what the heck is going to happen with this baby, because people are going to see she's getting bigger on campus, and she's about 7 weeks along right now. She went in right before the break at 5 weeks, and we didn't do anything over the break. So now it's 7 weeks, and you got to make a decision like before 9 weeks.
What do I have to make the decision for?
Well, don't you want to be part of that decision?
What if I'm the uncle? That doesn't matter. Okay. I don't have a say. I'm not the dad, not the mom. So who cares?
Yeah. Well, okay. You're not. Well, we'll figure out what you are. Okay. Listen, Brian, I'm going to have you go ahead and go get ready for school tomorrow. Okay. You can go back to the dorm. Whatever. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Later, Kent.
Okay, Vita, can you come on in? Hi, Vita. How you doing? Okay, I know you're a junior now. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ken.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah. Okay. And I know everybody knows you're dating Brian. I'm glad that's working out for you. So you're going to be orientating all the students again when they come back in after. Okay. What kind of uplifting message are you going to give them?
Well, especially in this time of the strike, I definitely think uplifting is really hard. So I was going to run it by you. Because we're tight. But what if we went for like a more realistic message as opposed to a quote unquote positive message? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, give me an example.
So like, this degree is useless, but do this for your parents so they don't hate you.
I don't think that's a really good message.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm a little like bogged down is because the teachers, they're striking, but they don't actually have rights that they deserve. Like, they're getting paid, $600 a month. You can't even afford to live. That's like maybe $100 a week, so if that's like what my life is going to be when I get a degree, like, what's the point? I'm just kind of going through an existential thing right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I know you took when we had the break, you took that 2-week vacation where you lived off the grid. How was that?
That was great. Like I checked in with Brian because, if I sent him a letter, 50-50 if he could read it. So I did the texting thing for him just so he knew I was alive. But yeah, he said everything was fine, like nothing to report at home. So that was good. And then I went 2 weeks kind of doing a full yoga retreat, which was really nice. And I kind of got back to nature. And that's when I was really thinking about, something that I think our old professor, James, the genealogy guy, was kind of talking about, how our genes are also like plant genes and how like we all have genes. And that was a really big message that I like really took to heart. It's like, we are the plants, we are the world, we are the future, in many ways. And I didn't need a piece of paper to define that. So that's kind of why lately it's really hard to be motivating a new generation. I mean, my sister, she's just come in and I don't want her to have the same mindset that I do, when I came in all naive and, wearing pink and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about your sister for a second. She's a freshman, and I know she wanted to follow kind of in your footsteps. She's following a little too close in your footsteps because The nurse said your sister came to her right before the spring break and said she was getting some weird kind of feelings, like morning sickness feelings and stuff. So they did a test on her
Like
and found
sick
out.
in the morning?
Yeah, they found out she's pregnant. Have you talked to your sister about that? Because she found out 2 weeks ago, and maybe because you were gone for those 2 weeks. But the nurse asked who the father was, and I hate to bring this up to you, but I think you should know this. It was Brian.
That's a good one, Kent. That's good. That's a good one. No, but like really, like, come on. This is kind of funny.
No,
like,
it's not.
Like,
it's not funny. It's not funny because your sister's doesn't know what to do with the baby. She doesn't know should she have the baby? Should she come clean and tell you and Brian, and have you guys raised the baby? This is serious. I'm not making this up.
You're not making.
No, this actually happened. Brian had obviously some intimate sex with your sister that you didn't know about 5 or 7 weeks ago now.
Okay. I'm still. I mean, come on. Like, we look really different. Like, I know Brian's dumb, but like, he could tell the difference, right? Like, I don't understand. So wait, hold on. I'm processing. And the guru at the retreat was telling me, breathe through things. Breathe through.
Well, you're going to have a lot of classes with Brian because I'm having you go in to evaluate all the teachers.
Okay.
So we need to. We're going to get a paternity test on your sister. We're going to get a DNA test. It's coming back later, which I should have it by the end of the day before school starts tomorrow. So we'll have a definitive answer if that was Brian or not. And the other thing I would like to tell you is I know you're wearing the coat because you got poison oak on the retreat, and it's highly contagious. So I don't want you giving poison oak to anybody else here.
Yeah.
That's true, isn't it? You have poison oak.
I'm not going to deny it. I mean, there's a reason, like, I have the long sleeve and this on. And I know, like, I don't usually wear the hat backwards, but my whole scalp is just completely covered. It's just, I don't know where I was guruing or where I was yogiing, but they took us to this, like, trail. It got bad real quick. The thing is, though, like, it kind of happened at the tail end of the trip. So right now I just have the bumps. But they said it may start burning and itching. I don't think so. Like, I think I'm past that. But I've been, just again, for keeping it less contagious.
Okay. Well, that's secondary to checking with Brian and your sister about this pregnancy test that's going to be coming in, and will be before the first subject tomorrow. We should have the answer for you guys. So I'm sorry to bring you this news, but I think it was important that you hear it from me because I don't think Brian would tell you.
Well, again, are you sure it was Brian? Because there's some pretty dumb, long-haired, brown-haired guys.
Yeah, no, it was Brian. Your sister knows what Brian looks like. I think she's jealous of you, and she wanted it. She wants to be more like you. So I think her sleeping with Brian makes her feel like she's closer to you in a weird way. If that makes any sense. Okay.
No, but I'll go with it.
Okay, go see the nurse and get some calamine lotion, and you might want to talk to the nurse about your sister, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to turn the camera on in the teacher's lounge and see what the new teachers are talking about. I'm taking me off the camera so they can't see me.
Oh. Well, howdy, everybody.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Buds.
Bud. Yeah. Hey, pal.
So glad to be teaching here with all you wonderful people.
Oh, thank you.
Great.
Yeah, well, what are you all here for?
Yeah, I'm teaching earth science, man.
Ooh.
We've all been indoctrinated to think that Earth is a globe, sort of like this, but in fact, it's sort of like this. It's more of
like
a
a
flat
lid.
disc. Yeah.
Oh, it's a flat disc. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how do you?
Yeah,
how do you?
is very lid-like.
Lid-like.
Have you
All right,
been
well-
on a plane before?
I have been on a plane. I can definitely see curvature. That is all explained away by the curvature of this disc. You see, it is curved. So when we look out, obviously we're going to see curvature. That's not the point. The point is that anywhere you go on Earth, you can see from one end to the other. I mean, one time I was in Alaska and I frickin' saw Bangkok, the Bangkok Tower.
Wow. Well, Andrew, I got a question for you. When you're flying on, maybe the curvature is caused because instead of flying around it like this, if this is the disc, we're actually flying around the edge of the disc. Have you considered that as part of the theory?
That is an interesting point. I don't know if planes have ever been above the South Pole. The ice
balloon
wall.
has. Balloon has. It's a great survival story, actually. These two men went over the pole in a balloon. It crashed, and they had to drag themselves a sled for hundreds of miles. They found an island, and then they died on the island because they were dumbasses.
Wow.
Well, how did you know? Did they tell you that story?
Oh, they had a camera.
Oh.
They took
Well,
pictures.
Yeah,
well, see, that's all part of it. I mean, they couldn't get past the ice wall, so they had to turn back, right?
I think they were stuck on ice. They didn't hit a wall. They were found on an island.
Jess,
Well, before you hit the ice wall, you get to a plane of ice.
So I
get
got
a-
it
can I
written
get a
into my
handful?
contract that I can eat snacks in class.
No, I don't.
Are we not allowed to eat snacks in class normally?
Oh.
Huh?
I think.
No, I can't
Wait,
give
if we're
any
not.
to kids, but I can eat them myself.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna
Okay.
strike if I couldn't eat snacks in class.
Well, and my whole class is actually based around snacks. So,
How so?
well,
Oh.
I mean, I like to teach kids how to read.
Uh-huh.
And everybody knows that flavor comes from salt, fat, and sugar. So, therefore, you can cut down your time trying new snacks by just reading how much sugar, fat, and salt is in them.
Right. Do you have any
It's
tips?
a very useful skill.
What about things that are unlabeled, like raw meat? Do you have any tips for that?
Raw meat. Yeah. I mean, you could just take a bite out of it.
Oh, all right. I've never tried that one, but I think I could.
Yeah. I don't prefer raw meat, but I prefer like snacks with like sugar in them.
I personally just love the taste of paint.
Really?
Like drinking
Ah.
it, eating little
Wow.
chips.
Paint smoothies.
What are you teaching, Ayush?
I'm teaching art, so now I got all the paint I could want. You know.
Oh,
Smart.
yeah, definitely.
Smart.
Got to get that
Yeah.
paint, man.
Yeah.
We guys take care of
paint
ourselves,
picks.
you know?
Students, please report to Earth Science Room 101 with your teacher, Andrew.
Hello, students. Oh boy. It looks like. What's your
Don't bring it
name
up.
with
Andrew,
the
don't bring it up. Don't
red
bring it up.
spots?
Don't bring it up,
Funny you ask, new earth science professor.
dumbass.
There's two
Wow,
dumbasses
thank you.
then in this room. Okay? Because I was smart enough to listen to my dumbass boyfriend to go on a yoga retreat to calm my nerves and get poison oak all over me.
I didn't know there was poison oak there.
Wow.
You did know that I'd be gone so that you could sleep with my sister, though.
That
you did know
didn't-
that.
No, that didn't happen.
Wow.
sent me
It
away
seems
on a-
like there's a lot to work out between
No,
you two.
listen. The math
It
isn't
seems-
working. We'll talk about it later because the math's not working.
Okay, well, this isn't math. This is science.
Yeah, tell us
What's the
about.
difference?
So, what shape is the Earth?
It's round. It's a sphere.
Round, dumbass.
Of course, you would think that. Of course, because through grades, kindergarten through 12, you have been taught that the earth is round by everyone. No one ever questions it. Now, when you're standing in your backyard, can you actually see that curvature?
Mm. Yeah, I think the only curvature Brian's seeing is the curvature of my sister's ass.
Dude, oh my God. It's not true.
All right, we're getting a little bit off topic here. So this is the earth,
That was a good
is
one,
what
though.
you have been taught.
Almost made me laugh.
And you have been taught that it spins, right? And that's what causes gravity, and that sucks you in. But the reality is the centrifugal force of it spinning around.
The only thing is Vita by the poison oak on her yoga retreat. Boom! Got her.
That doesn't make sense. I could make a comment about sucking, but it's not appropriate in front of our earth science teacher, okay?
All right. What I want you to do is take this globe, crush it, and throw it away. Now what you're left with is a flat disc.
So it's like this?
Right?
Oh, do not encourage him.
And what happens is that this flat disc rises at 9.2 meters per second squared, and that creates the illusion of gravity because you are actually accelerating through space and time, and therefore, because of the spin, centrifugal force won't make you fall off because the spin is not there.
Listen, man, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but this is ridiculous.
Sir, did you smoke some shrooms, and can you share them? Like, I need to understand where you're coming from.
I need those shrooms to get through this day.
I need these shrooms to get away from you.
Ding!
I didn't do anything.
That concludes the Earth Science class. Please report to room 201 to Eli, who's to health and fitness. Oh, by the way,
great. This is my new major.
The test came in, the pregnancy test came in, and yes, it is validating. Brian is the father of Vita's sister.
Phenomenal.
That's not.
Maury came
that's not
through,
true.
bitch.
I didn't do anything. God.
You did plenty. I will be itching, heartbroken, and dealing with my sister's vomiting child.
Hey, students, hi. My name's Eli Big Game Swoboda. Seems like there's a young woman, I think.
Don't mention them.
No, I got something for a poison oak, actually. It's a combination of foxglove root mashed together with sugar. It takes it right out of you. It should be done good by the end of the day. I'll get that to you after class. And that brings me
out of a system.
Foxglove can be poisonous, so it could kill a child. So I wouldn't.
Let's not go there. My sister is still a woman with a brain, and she can make her own choice for her own goddamn body. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's a fair point.
Send me to a retreat, and I made that dumb choice to go.
It's not my fault. She looks like you, dude.
Oh,
we dress differently.
Students, please.
I wear black. It's not the same.
You wore pink the first year you were here.
By God, students, please listen up. Now I got to talk to you about something. All right, it's important. These decisions we're talking about decisions. Well, I want to talk to you about the decision to learn how to survive on your own. Be self-sufficient, so you don't have to worry about other people fucking up your life. Doesn't that sound nice?
Like Tarzan.
You know, any other day, I would have said no. But today, I'll go with you.
Okay. So I had a materials list. I sent it to an email. I have some hard copies here. Now I have a couple questions. How many of you think you can get some of those items from home? You might be able to find them. Any? Because I need to know how many bear traps and adrenaline syringes and rifle ammo to bring in. Anybody have anything they can bring from home?
I don't even know what goes into those.
All right, good. Well, you'll be learning that.
You think that two, kind of average age college kids, me average, him above average.
A little
you think we know what to do with ammunition You think we know what to do to survive on our own? I just got poison ivy from going to a retreat for yoga. Okay, you think I know how to survive and have this at my disposal?
Well, you will by the end of this class. I promise you that. Now, one thing about survival is being able to handle surprises. So your first surprise is a pop quiz on the 52 rules of survival that I uploaded to your Canvas pages last night. Now, just a refresher, rule number 9, for example, never go anywhere without your knife. Any of you remember those, you'll get 1 point for getting one of those rules right. There are 52. Now, Vita.
We're not allowed to have knives on campus. There's like a whole security thing and, you know, worries that students will kill other students on campus. It's pretty common.
Now that's good. That's a school rule. That is not one of my 52 rules. We're only following my 52. So, Brian, you had one?
Yeah, number 9, always have a knife.
Excellent. Now, I'm going to count that as a point because it's the first day, but you got any other rules from that list?
Is there one about how 2 sisters look alike on there and to be careful?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that relates to rule number 7, which is things alike are not the same.
That's above the
Point
knife.
for new big game professor.
Ding.
Thank you.
That concludes your health and fitness class. Students, you may take a break. It's lunchtime. We're going to go out in front of the right now. We're going to go out to the front of the campus. The striking teachers are out in front of the campus. I'm Marv Garden, and we're going to be interviewing them to find out what their demands are. First, we're going to go with Amelia. This is KBD TV, your local TV spotlight. Amelia, what do these teachers want?
Well, Marv, was it? Yes.
Marv.
Yes, Marv. Nice to meet you. I'm here with my fellow teachers, Andrea, Alex, and James. We're here because we have 3 main demands. 1, we need more money because we feel underpaid and we feel undervalued. And this cannot happen with the world's leading educators with, the ability to shape young minds. We cannot feel undervalued in very, very important work. That's thing number 1. Thing number 2, we simply need to replace all the stupid children that are attending this institution. The enrollment rate of absolute morons at this school is unfathomable. It is absolutely immeasurable just how stupid, because I can't find a better word, these children are. I mean, to a point where they have to be taught their ABCs. They have to be taught, that the earth is round. They have to be taught all these things when one should simply already know at their
how many students are we talking about here? Because if let's say if it's over 50% of the students, that means you're going to have to get rid of 50% of the teachers. So it seems like you're working against your main cause.
But see, here's the thing. I think with my colleague James here in the genealogy department, we conjure up a genie, right? And wish for every student to be cloned, but smarter, right? And so we get rid of all the stupid students and replace them with their smarter clones.
Well, James, please speak about what she just said.
Please do.
It is also our fundamental belief that, and our right to believe that our school board and in particular Dean Kent does have access to genies and has used wishes to fuel his lavish lifestyle. How else do you think he found 3 brilliant teachers just off the cusp? I mean, he clearly wished for such brilliant educators for his very unfortunately stupid students, and now he's just trying to pick up the slack.
Let me go to Alex for a second. Now, Alex, you of course were arrested in Europe, and of course you're now.
You brought that up.
And you want the student to pay for all the bail and take in some of the extra costs of your mental disturbances as a result of the arrests.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I can't necessarily speak on in regards to the genie and whatnot. I haven't seen Aladdin. But yeah, basically, I do agree with us bringing in better students, better qualified, not just of the mind, but of the body. For instance, while in Europe, it was due to one of the newer students dropping through the roof instead of gently gliding down, that set off alarms and whatnot. And, you know, that's just what I'm asking for, is more capable students and funding, of course. You know, while I'm personally through other endeavors am well off financially, I do find it ridiculous that I am needing to fund, you know, my own department.
Well, when you say the student fell to the floor, then that kind of goes into what Amelia said, that some of these students are stupid.
Exactly. See, you know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I had amazing students, very capable. We toured around the world, and they were great. You know, we visited multiple different museums, and, you know, it was a very rewarding experience for all of us. But now, you know, students aren't capable. They're very loud. You know, their brain cells aren't necessarily there. You know, it gets very frustrating on my end that, you know, they're just really not capable of doing many things.
Well, that leads me to Andrea. Now, apparently Brian was one of your students, and before the break, and apparently he set fire on some experiment because he's got ADHD and he was not listening. What happened with that fire, and that got you in trouble too?
That was the worst day of my life. That's when I reached my boiling point. That's when I reached out to Amelia. I looked for her because we really need a change. I think this idea of replacing the students with smart ones because they are stupid, they are morons, I think it's a great idea, and we should start with Brian. Brian is the worst.
He should be the example, frankly,
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go ahead with this protest. We're going to be consistent and implacable like a continental drift. And we want, of course, a raise, which should be astronomical. And also, between you and me, actually.
Well, this is actually the local news, so it's not just between you and me. Hundreds of thousands of people are listening to what we're saying right now.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it also true that Brian got another student pregnant, allegedly?
Yeah,
that's Brian.
I was about to say that's Brian. That's
so
Brian.
You think it was Brian's clone that impregnated the sister? You don't think it was Brian himself? You think that we heard you're doing some sort of cloning experiments.
Well, to be fair, if Brian had a clone at this point, he wouldn't be here anymore. The clone would be taking over.
Well,
he'd be the first to go. He'd be the first.
I don't think a clone of Brian would be the best example of what it is that we're looking for. Also.
Well, it's been really good talking to the three of you. I hope you work your case out. I hope the strike will end. I know you have a teachers' big meeting at the end, the whole reunion kind of thing where you're going to get together at some sort of teacher meeting, town meeting with the dean, and the other striking teachers will be there along with the sub-teachers and students. So I hope this all works out. This has been KDB News. I'm Mark Gardens. Students, please report to Jessica, the English reading, 301. 301.
Oh, hello, brilliant young minds. Welcome to reading class. So, I know that during the pandemic, things were difficult, right? To be a student, it was hard. Yes, Brian?
What is a pandemic?
Remember when we all had to stay inside for like 2 years?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, well, let's move on.
I only seem to have existed for the past 7 weeks or so.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's very odd. Maybe you're in the astral plane or something?
One would say it is slightly odd, yes.
And did I see another hand? Vida, did you have something to say?
Yeah, I'd like to ask Brian what he's playing at because, we made a joke about talking like Shakespeare like weeks ago, but today is now when you're gonna bring up your like proper speaking because we're in English. It's weird, man. Like, don't try anything to try to get me back. It's
You
weird.
don't have to properly speak in here, okay? Like, we're being like totally practical about
get you back.
reading. Okay, so the most important thing to know.
I do vaguely recall an interaction with someone who looked very similar to you 7 weeks ago.
You know what we're gonna do? Let's do this exercise, okay? So reading is a broad category, right? You can all agree.
Yeah.
So you can read somebody's mind. You could read somebody's palm, right? So what I'm gonna have you guys do is I'm gonna have you look at each other and read each other's faces.
Oh, Jesus, no. Okay.
How does one read a face?
I mean, just anything that comes to mind. What do you think of? What do you think is going on inside?
Sorry, excuse me. That came to mind.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry, one more time. I didn't quite hear you.
So just look at Vita and try and like read her mind by looking at her face.
Well, I will say she looks quite frustrated. Looks quite agitated.
I agree.
Are you getting the expletives through your brain waves here?
I am. I'm seeing lots of fuck, lots of shit, lots of asshole.
Ooh,
yeah. I'm seeing them all loud and clear.
First time he's read my mind in 3.5 years. There we go. At least we clued in.
Well, again, it's only been 7 weeks. 3.5 years is quite a long time.
Okay. What about you, Vita? What are you reading from Brian?
Okay, I really want to hate him right now.
Of course you
do.
Right?
Interesting.
But there's like, okay, I wouldn't notice this if like hadn't been dating this long. I'm not like obsessive or anything weird, okay? But there's like a freckle on his nose that's I've never seen before.
Really?
Like it's different.
Do you think maybe it's like melanoma or something?
I mean, maybe, but like I don't know. It just looks like a scar almost, like someone made a mistake or accidentally cut him.
Okay. So what I'm getting from you guys is I'm gonna read your faces now. Okay.
It does kind of hurt a little bit when I squeeze my weird.
What was that? He looks different because of why?
I don't know. There's like a weird vibe. Like you're not the same. Like we just did 2 classes together, and yet from break you don't look the same.
Didn't you just go on a retreat? Like, weren't you just like on like a psychedelic retreat or something?
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds quite intriguing. Tell me more.
You suggested it, asshole.
I did nothing of the sort.
And why do you think he suggested that? I'm wondering.
Do you okay, Miss Professor Jessica, you're new, right?
Yes, yeah, brand new. I just started.
I think one of the main reasons that he suggested I go on a 2-week retreat was so that he could continue banging my sister while I was gone and impregnating her. And
good heavens.
Girl.
That sounds absolutely ghastly. Who would do something like that?
You!
Oh, no heavens me. I've only been with one person. And as I recall, she looked vaguely similar to you.
What was she wearing?
Okay, so this is what we're talking about when we talk about literature, okay?
She
This
looks
right
very
here.
Barbie, except she has black hair, obviously, like yours. No hat. The facial features were all roughly similar, but perhaps her eyes were a little wider, her mouth was a little lower. Vaguely similar to your entire structure.
Yeah, Professor Jessica, this definitely sounds like a book.
Right? I mean, like, this is great. I'm so glad I have snacks. Keep going.
Ding! I'm sorry, class is now over. Please report to 401, Ayush and Art. Students, go to Ayush and Art. 401.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Did I miss anything important English reading, whatever it was, that new one we got?
I wasn't there. Wish I could tell you. I haven't read in a while though. I'm your art teacher. Looks like one of you has already gotten into the red paint. So we will be.
How many of you guys are going to bring up her damn itchiness today? Jeez, can't you tell she's a little sensitive about it? God.
I didn't mean to push any buttons. I'm just here to make friends. Let's get started with something casual, something calm. A little primary color lesson. I actually have all the, here it is. Jessica loaned me this. So we have basically 4 primary colors. We got orange, yellow, green, and I think there's purple in there.
Brian, when do you eat goldfish?
Huh?
When do you eat it?
Usually around 3 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, it's like Wednesdays and stuff. I don't know.
I'm sorry if I'm interrupting, but
no, you're good. I'm just.
Are any of these primary colors?
I did not know you were so advanced. This is an intro class, but yeah, no, I don't think blue is a primary color. Still, though, that's exactly what I'm going to be teaching you. Is the art.
Blue is a primary color, sir. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be an idiot in this class, but blue is a primary color. I am itching all over, and I'm having a nervous breakdown because I think that my boyfriend may have another version of it.
Okay, well, you're clearly sorry. You're
What?
clearly sounding a little crazy. I mean, first you say blue's a primary color, and then you say...
Hey, don't call my girlfriend crazy. You better back up.
I didn't know you two were dating. I apologize. Apologize for that. I wasn't trying to say anything. You're Vita, right? Correct?
Yes.
I just had your sister in the other. She is incredible. She's a really great artist.
Yeah, that's her passion. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering if the skills transferred at all. How are your art skills?
Not as good. I kind of took the more musical side. She took the visual side. She's just a little bit different in every way. She absorbs and likes to live life in color, and gray and black are my things. Yeah.
She is a little different. She looks very similar though. Very, very similar.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I also I don't want to make it too difficult to begin with, but do you guys have Legos at home? I know they're a little bit expensive, so.
I do.
Brian has too many Legos.
I have so many.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, good. I always hate, when I get to a class and they're not prepared. So
actually, if I just built some in my lock. That's I missed English because I was building some. I can go get them if you want. You want to see them?
No, I mean, you can bring it to next class if you'd like. If you have them really close, I guess you can run and grab it. But
okay.
Oh,
what's
he's really likes Legos, and actually, I just had like 16 plot points all come together. Knowing that he was building his Legos actually makes sense at this point.
Look, it's from Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's incredible. That is a work of art.
Really beautiful.
Here he is.
Oh,
there's Indiana Jones right there.
Oh, wow. Good job, babe.
Yep. Thanks, babe.
It's my moron.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
We're going to be building more creative choices. You can be inspired by movies and pop culture, but we want to really build something that speaks to you from the heart. But obviously you didn't know that to begin with.
Are you telling me to not use the instructions?
Instructions?
Like, are you telling me to just like take the Legos and take the instructions out and just like not even use them?
No
I've
teachers
never
told them
read
to do that.
I've never read an instruction booklet in my life.
How do I do that?
I'm sorry, but
How do I do that? Where do you know where do you know where to put the pieces?
It's okay, babe. Just calm down. You're good.
At some point,
okay.
the pieces will all just fall together, Brian.
Hmm.
Things will make
I
sense.
told you that. I told you that. You just calm down. Sometimes life isn't perfect. Not everything works like the Legos and putting it together. Right?
Deep breaths.
Yeah, this
And
is
remember,
definitely you. This is you.
And remember, with
Ding.
Legos,
That concludes your art class.
Ooh,
We're now
thank
going to go out
goodness.
to the parking lot and see Andrew and Andrea knocking each other because of the strike. Let's listen in on our security cam.
Dude, you've been saying the Earth is a globe. What the hell? I thought you were a teacher.
Is this a joke? I mean, how do you sleep at night?
How I sleep very well, thank you. How do you start? How do you sleep?
I sleep better than you. Okay, I have a well-rounded, full cycle of sleep.
Oh, round. There we are with the round again.
Hours. Yeah.
No. Earth is a flat disk. All you people do is teach that it's a globe. It's indoctrination. There's like something with the school system where you don't want people to know the truth about this. All I'm trying to do is espouse the truth.
Is that what you teach to those students? I mean, they are already, I mean, Brian, Vita, I mean, is that what you teach them?
Yeah, definitely. Let me ask you a question. How does gravity work?
I don't know. I mean, please surprise me.
You don't know. You don't know. Of course you don't know, because it makes no sense. We're taught that because the Earth spins around, that somehow that pulls us towards the Earth, and that's the force we call gravity. But no, because centrifugal force would cause us to spin off into nothingness. Would you not agree?
Wow, I should have never started, this movement, this protest. I should have stayed in my class and saved those poor kids from this nonsense.
Well,
actually,
yeah, maybe you should have stayed in your class, because I've got your job now.
Yeah, that's what you did. And actually, I didn't want to
because I'm smarter than you.
Oh, yeah, sure, you are.
Let's go over to Eli and James. They're on the other side of the parking lot. Let's take a look at their security camera and listen in.
Remarkable. Absolutely. Hold still, please, just for a few seconds. Let me see. Wow, and in vivid detail, they really captured the human form. How many fingers am I holding up?
Well, sir, thank you for the compliment. You're holding up 2 fingers.
Wow, interesting. Now, can you hold your hands up just like this? Can you do that?
May I ask what this is about? Am I being arrested, sir?
No, you are not being arrested at all. This is remarkable. I cannot believe that the genies were able to manufacture a perfect example of a health and fitness instructor, and you were able to set up targets right over there on the field for archery and shooting practice for the students?
Yes, sir. It's all about survival out there. Not the genies managed to make it perfect. Now,
how else? There's no other way of explaining how they were able to find somebody with your intricate knowledge of survival tactics that shorthanded.
Years of experience.
It is not possible. It's not possible to find somebody on that short notice to come on in and fill the position. And here you are.
Well, actually, sir, you must have worked in this school. Do you know Brian by chance, sir?
Oh yes, he's a student here. He's
okay. Now, well, I got a question for you, actually. Now, outside of my own existence, I guess. I noticed, Brian.
Memories? Do you even have memories?
Oh yes, sir. Going back decades, because I've been alive for decades.
But some form of AI.
Brian left my class, and then as I walked out the door, I saw him coming out of the bathroom, and unless he can pee like the Flash, I was wondering. So you're I mean, listen, I don't know why you're talking about me like this.
Brian's on this campus. Is that what you are telling me?
I noticed there was like some scarring behind his ear, which I've seen before in reconstruction surgeries. So are you saying there's some weird experiments going on in here in the genie? Is that an acronym for like genealogical, environmental?
I think this goes
nature?
a lot deeper than we originally thought.
Let's go to the security camera with Ayush and Alex, the two art teachers, and see what they're saying.
So be in Paris. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, you're in front of my car here, the big Lego one.
Yeah, and you were interrupting a phone call that was private, but all in all, that's fine. So you are the new art professor.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
So like, what do you do like outside of school? Any friends, any family members that you're close with?
I got a couple cats.
Cats. Okay.
Leo and Tolstoy. They're my best pals.
Okay. But no like close people that you have in like a close contact list on your phone would know who, would be missing you really now that you've got a new job and whatnot.
I guess not really. Yeah, no.
Do you want to like maybe like hang out sometime?
We can
talk about art.
You want to be my friend?
Yeah. We'll talk
about
art. We can go over some, lesson plans. I've got a lot to teach you. I mean,
I think I'm pretty good at art, but I'm always happy to make a new friend. I've never really had a real friend before, so yeah, we can hang out. Sure, you want to hop in the passenger seat? I can click the cushion on.
I would much rather take my vehicle, actually. I have a motorcycle, but I only have one helmet, but you'll be fine in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to the security camera with Jessica and Amelia, the union boss, and listen in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not polite to keep people waiting. Do you know that?
Sorry.
Anyway, what exactly do you think you're doing? Teaching these poor morons, dense as ketchup. They're ABCs. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I'm kind of teaching them more like reading life skills.
Reading life skills.
Mm-hmm.
As if they don't already know how to read.
Would you like?
I understand that these are twits that are lacking basic brain capacity, but they should know how to read.
Well, do they really need to know how to read? For real? As long as they can figure out nutrition facts. What else do you need, really? Basically we all communicate through emojis now anyway, so words, whatever.
All right. Well, listen, I understand. In my understanding, there's already a health and fitness teacher, right, to teach them about health and fitness.
No, this isn't about health. This is about life skills.
Nutrition. Nutrition is health. Unless you've fallen under the category of intellectually challenged Nimrods as well. Last I checked, nutrition is health.
I don't know what that means, but okay, sure. Why not?
You'll be on saving. Anyway, what do I know?
Well,
I feel like I'm surrounded by dim-witted, incompetent meatheads, and it's exhausting sometimes. It's exhausting.
Have you had a snack?
No, because I'm too stressed out to eat.
You seem a little hangry. You know what I mean?
There's no time to eat when there's people every day having battles of wits with visibly unarmed opponents. If you get my drift, people that are just so stupid. It's just a hard time believing they can function in society. Do you understand me?
Right. Have you been out in society lately?
Yes.
It doesn't really take much these days.
Well, I can see that you've got your teaching degree from the bottom of a box of cereal. Anyway.
Well, I did
And now
get
it's time for the town
$60
hall meeting. If everyone could come into the gymnasium. Everybody please come on into the gymnasium for the town hall meeting. This has been a very interesting couple of days. So a lot of things have happened that Andre and I have actually been working secretly in his lab. We wanted to, Andrea and I agreed that the student body was getting dumber and dumber. And so we thought, let's clone them and make them smarter. So we cloned Brian as an experiment, and the Brian you're seeing right now is the clone of Brian Vita. And the clone of Brian Vita was the one who got your younger sister pregnant. So I'm very sorry that I said that to you earlier. Brian would not cheat on you. Not cheat on you, and it was the clone who actually got your sister pregnant. So
what a joy.
Mm-hmm. But we have a couple other revelations. The strike is now over. Jessica, we're gonna retain you, but we're gonna make you the nutritionist at the school now.
Great.
Because I think you've really got it very, very good in terms of how people should eat a lot of sugar and salt.
Thank you.
And that's really good. Amelia, I'm gonna hire you and make you my assistant, and eventually you're gonna take my job as the dean. Because I may have to flee the country. Yeah, because of the cloning. And apparently somebody's spreading rumors that I'm making genies. And I believe that was
what
you,
the
James.
government doesn't know won't have them, eh?
James, are you spreading rumors that I have genies working here at the campus?
Well, I only meant to spread the truth, and they were alleged genies, by the way.
Well, he did tell me that there were genies.
Well, there are genies. We do have genies here.
I knew it.
They're
I'm
artificial
sorry I'm late,
intelligence,
guys.
AI.
Did I miss anything cool?
And that's how you were able to come
just
up
sit
with
down.
such a competent staff
What,
on
miss
such
something?
short notice that appeared out of thin air.
Right. We removed the clone of Brian and replaced him with the real Brian. So now we have the real Brian in the room.
There's a
Brian,
clone?
There's
Yeah, we
Not
have a
the time.
smarter version of you.
Dumb.
Andrea is going to get all the dumber students with lower grade point averages and clone them to make them smarter. We're not going to tell the parents. This is what we want. Eli is now going to be.
Was he the one? Wait, whoa.
Eli, you're going to be the one in the
told
field
you it
that I
wasn't
gave
me.
you. We're going to build
No.
an underground bunker and put all the kids we put down there that we don't want, and we'll keep the clones. The parents will be so happy that we've made their kids intelligent and smart. And so we're going to retain you to build that
I'm
underground
gonna tell
bunker.
my mom. She's not gonna give you any
that
more
we
money,
want.
Kent.
Don't you worry, they won't get it.
Brian, listen to the team. Vita, listen, please, Ken.
Go ahead, Vita.
Can we just go to the retreat? Like, instead of putting us in the bunker, why don't we go to a retreat? Like,
No,
I
you're not
know
going to go to the
poison
bunker.
ivy.
You're not going to the bunker. You're smart enough. You're too smart. You're a good student. You don't need to go to the bunker. Your
But I
sister.
can't go without my boyfriend. That would be weird.
We're
I can,
going to build you another clone. We're going to build two clones of Brian, and you'll get. We'll create a version that's a dumb Brian, but not the real Brian, because we have to get rid of the real Brian so he doesn't go back to his parents and tell everybody that we're cloning. Okay, so. And
I don't want to get. I don't want that to happen.
I don't really want that to happen either, Ken. But
well, then we might have to clone you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, students, this is beyond your scope of
Right.
power. So
And
leave the grown-ups talk. Thank you.
Yes. Ayush,
Ken, do you want me to find a holding location for them now and just get them out of here?
Please
Yeah,
do,
we're going to
please
need
do.
to, as soon as we leave this room
extra
today, you need to
snacks
take
for
them
them.
into another room and brainwash Vita so she won't tell her parents about this either. Both of them have
Good
to.
idea.
We're going to have to make sure.
That's
And
okay.
It's
any
so
of the
good
other
that the
students,
school is in very capable hands.
At this point,
yeah,
Good.
and
Indiana Jones would never let this happen.
gee,
the two art teachers, we're going
Right.
to put you together. We're going to let him be your assistant, and you can train him, and you can train her in Legos, and she can train you in the art
Yeah,
of.
maybe this isn't a great.
I don't think he'll be capable of anything for some time. I actually have to go on a trip anyways. So this actually.
Okay, I don't know if this is the right place to bring this up, but Alex pushed me off her motorcycle earlier, and I think I might be concussed.
Okay.
There was an unfortunate accident. We hit a pothole and he slipped.
It was not, you said be ready to die, and then you elbowed me. So it seemed pretty cut in stone to me.
Well, it's your word versus hers, so who knows really.
Thank you.
It's kind of up for interpretation, one might say. Art, that's art for you.
Okay, now I have to deal with Andrew. Andrew, we have a problem with your flat Earth theory.
It's not a theory; it's a fact.
Okay. Okay. So what we're going to probably need to do, Eli, is when the meeting's over, I think we're going to need to take Andrew and put him into with Ayush. I think we have to take them both. They know too much now. We're going to have to put him into the bunker and keep him down below with Vita and Brian. And James, we'll let you stay as long as you don't spread any more rumors about my genies, my AI intelligence here.
Give me a good pay raise, and we'll talk.
Good. Okay. No more genie stuff. Jessica, we've opened up a room for you with just all it has is sugar, powdered sugar, salt, saltine crackers, gummy bears. It's only candy. We're only going to be serving candy and salted items.
That is absolutely perfect. Thank you so much.
Could I go there?
No drinks. No drinks.
Yeah,
So
can we go there and not the bunker?
Hydration is bad for you.
I mean, that was our priority was to to put like healthy snacks on.
Yeah. That's another one we forgot to mention.
Anyway, okay, let's replace Andrew.
Those are very healthy snacks.
Yeah, let's clone
Unless
Andrew.
anybody has anything left to say, this meeting will be concluded.
Oh, yes.
I think we have a lot to say.
Master Kent, Master Andrea, would you like me to begin getting rid of the original specimen now?
Thank you.
Yes,
Brian.
please do. Brian.
Please
We'll
take
talk
Vita
about it,
down
Brian.
to below along with Ayush and
I will take
Andrew.
myself as well, obviously.
Please take yourself.
No,
and then come
I'm
back
going
up.
with Jessica.
And no, Jessica's
No, I
our
meant
nutritionist.
the original clone me. He's going.
Jessica said I could go with her. What the hell?
Well, I was gonna suggest that I take both versions of Brian to Paris with me. That way we get rid of original Brian for good.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Okay.
We'll think about that.
I mean,
I think
it
is unsafe to separate original Brian and Vita from each other. So
No,
wherever
we'll
he
let
goes,
you guys
she
stay
should go
together,
with
but you're going to stay in the
I
bunker.
mean, the prison system, is separate.
You won't be able to see any light of day anymore. You just will live in the bunker and live happily ever after. Jessica will be sent down to feed you sweets and salt.
Do we get
And-
Legos?
Oh, good.
What more could you need? What more could you need?
I'm sorry, Amelia. Did you want to say anything, Amelia, before I conclude the meeting?
That's all. What more could they need down there? It seems like they're living the life, secluded from the rest of the imbeciles.
Thank
Feeding
you, Amelia.
sweets, feeding
Thank you
treats.
for keeping our secret about Andrea's secret, okay? And I appreciate you telling me about James and the genies. Okay, this concludes our long-form college university. That's our show. All right, good job, you guys. Let's introduce our cast, starting with Andrew.
Hey guys, the Earth is actually a globe.
Brian.
Thanks for
And
watching,
Brian.
guys. Hopefully, there's no clones of you out there.
Well, we introduced both of you. Jessica.
Yay, I think I gave myself a cavity.
Alex.
I'm off to the Louvre. Gonna steal the Mona Lisa.
Eli.
Thank you all so much for watching, and don't worry, everybody will be safe in their bunker.
James.
I love genies.
Vita.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and please watch out for poison ivy.
Andrea.
Thank you for watching, and please replace our high-fat products, high-sugar products with fruits and vegetables.
We appreciate all the comments you guys are writing. We're seeing the many last comments. Put them in there now before we close down. Amelia.
Pip pip, cheerio. Thanks for watching.
Ayush.
Thank you.
And I'm Kent, and we'll be back in exactly 5 weeks because I'm taking a 1-week vacation. I don't know what long-form game we're going to play, but it's going to be just as good, if not better, than what you just saw. Thanks for staying an hour and a half with us. This was a long one today, and we appreciate you guys sticking with us. We'll see you in 5 weeks.